Hello, and welcome to the 39th Annual Parker Lecture Awards and Ceremony.
We have exciting news we're unveiling today. I am really thrilled to tell you that our long-standing ministry is getting a new name and a new logo.
One of Donald McGannon's more famous quotes is, "Leadership is action, not position." And no one fulfills that more than Francella Ochillo. So I'm proud to present her with the Donald H. McGannon Award.
How are we going to be the generation that delivers on the promise that all people are valued and welcomed and should have the ability to contribute to a digital society? Media ownership was homogenous and exclusive by design. It wasn't that the system wasn't working. It was working exactly as it was designed. We have to be willing to make space for new people and new voices because we're in this together. We need to see old problems in new ways. We need to find a way to share the mic. We need to make room at the table for people who look different than we do, the people that we call the others.
NDIA is one of those organizations that, after it came into being, was hard to imagine the world without. Angela's career has been dedicated to using digital inclusion to reach digital equity before many of us even knew what those terms meant. We are grateful for her willingness and ability to lead the way, to show us where we need to go and how to get there.
The NDIA is a unicorn. So we talk about ourselves like that. We are unique. There's no other organization like this, like us. We are unique because we represent those 600 community-based digital inclusion programs around the country. And the NDIA team, we learn from this community, we help them learn from each other, and we use those learnings to educate policymakers, the media, the general public. That's our uniqueness, that whole thing all wrapped together. This is digital equity's moment. I will not look back at this time and wish I had done more, been more strategic, taken more risks. I will not.
Over the past year, as our world descended into a dark period defined by a pandemic of COVID and white nationalism that both were killing our people first, it was Eric's words that I turned to the most. Recently, he wrote, "It's too easy in tense moments like these, moments of fighting monsters, to become monsters ourselves." Eric is a leader who reminds us that the best antidote to hate is love. He has an ability to see humanity in all of us. It inspires me, and I'm so grateful you get to hear from him.
That we understand that democracy is the most radical of experiments. The idea that we, the people, regardless of race, religion, gender, sexual orientation, religion, can come together without dictators, without royalty, without corporate bosses, to decide our destinies, to figure out our challenges, and to move a society forward together, grounded in opportunity and equity. If white supremacy, the system of exploitation and discrimination, is written upon the paper of racism targeting Black and Indigenous communities, the rise of white nationalism is written upon the paper of anti-Semitism, the hatred of Jews. Anti-Semitism is much of a threat to non-Jews as the Jewish community. And it is the primary narrative that drives the white nationalist movement today. We must confront anti-Semitism. The second myth that we often use to disempower ourselves is the belief that the white nationalist movement is made up of individuals who are uneducated or poor or alienated from society. That is simply not true. The truth of the matter is, white nationalists and their broader alt-right coalition don't bring racism, homophobia, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia to our communities. They simply organize the bigotry that already exists. What would we have done in the midst of the 1960s civil rights movement? Well, I'm here to tell you today, you no longer have to wonder. whatever it is you would have done in the 1960 civil rights movement is exactly what you will do at the end of this lecture. You should understand that the choices before you are both moral and historic. You cannot be neutral in this moment. You must either pick the side of inclusion or exclusion.